Our project is called Nano Drifters. I'm Salvador Reynaga.
I'm Aguilera.
So the reason we came, or like the idea based off this project was, I'm really like into cars and like drifting cars and so forth. And I wanted to make something that was small and people could afford, because most RC cars are like super pricey for no reason. So I wanted to make something that I could just make at home using like different RC cars, batteries, and motors and whatnot.
Yeah, so basically the problem we're trying to solve here was that the regular RC cars that drift, they cost so much. Like I'm talking about $300 to $500 for a small car like this to start drifting. And we wanted to make it affordable so any kid could just like have a Hot Wheel car for like $2 and convert it to an RC car that could drift. That's like right there at $15. That's how cheap we're trying to make it. Big drop.
So the goals we had for this project was make it so all the components, all the wheels, all the bearings, all the joints, the motherboard, the batteries, all the motor, everything could fit into like a small Hot Wheels car, and you could choose whatever car you want. We wanted to make it be able to go fast enough so it can drift on the tight corners, but still not super light so it'll flip over or like start spinning because it's too light. We wanted to make it so it's customizable. It doesn't have to be like any type of car. And then we also want to make different styles. So we have like lowriders, regular cars, lifted cars, like JDM type cars. We just wanted to make it like so anybody can also use it. So not just like the rich people.
Basically how we did it was we researched how the regular Hot Wheel cars were designed, the bottom plate, and the majority of them are basically the same. The only difference between the trucks, the SUVs, and the regular cars, they all basically share it's the same thing between each other. So if we could 3D print the bottom plate and add our own wheels and components inside, the only thing you got to provide yourself is the body. The body of the race car, that's like the regular Hot Wheel. Oh yeah, this is how we discovered it all. We took it apart. That's the regular Hot Wheel car. This is the little RC car we found. We took it apart to study what we needed to do in order to make it move. The axles, how the wheels are assembled, the body, and all that is basically straightforward. What we just got to change is the axle. We need to shave this a bit off so we can have a bit more twist to it so the wheels could turn almost to 90 degrees. We need to find the biggest motor we could so we could fit inside, give as much power as we can, even at a small rate like that. Bless you.
These are all like the references we had, like the stuff we used, like the pictures, the videos. We made a 3D model, but it didn't really come out right, so we decided not to include it. But we're working on models so we can start working on a project. Hopefully have something to show next time we present.
Oh, wow. So basically, it's still a concept. We have some prototype that's been working. We just need to actually find the time and the funding to get this out there. Because our goal is to get it out in productions and to sell it off to kids. There'll be a little pack to customize it, a little kit for your own Hot Wheel cars. That's our main goal, to get it into the market and sell it to anyone who loves cars. That's it. That's about it. All right, questions?
What's your favorite car?
Oh. Oh man, we got beer all day.
My favorite car probably has to be like S2K, the Honda. I just like the build. Looks nice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could say a lot about cars, but I'm here all day. Don't care, bro. Say it. That's like the motor, it's really fast, right?
Well, like the problem with a lot of cars is they want to make it super fast, but then they don't put enough weight on it, and that's what causes a lot of accidents and like stuff like that. So I want to choose something that's like safe for me, that I can drive and not hurt anybody, but I can also go like extremely fast.
And like real cars or not? All real cars.
However you would like to.
All right, that's good.
Oh.
If a car goes blue, it's good.
And I'll ask you a different question.
All right.
What makes the car ideal for drifting?
So for drifting, they usually use like Japanese imported cars. So any car you can really use for drifting. You just want it to make it so it's rear wheel drive. Because you can't really drift in four wheel. You could drift in like front wheel, but it's a little harder because you have to have weight distribution, so you don't start sliding when you're like moving. That, and also you have to rebuild the front axles in order to turn like a 90-degree angle. And you have to have I'm not 100% sure if the drag racing ball slicks so it can stick onto the road, or like super like grippy tires. I forgot. But in order to make a drift car, you have to have a lot of power. You have to probably rebuild the engine, the motor, and everything, and a lot of the hardware. And then inside, you have to take everything out of the car to make it as light as possible. But you also want to put more weight in the back so it stays level.
He knows more about drifting than I do. I'm just the one who starts building the things.
Any more questions? Yeah.
Have you guys started prototyping with 3D printing, like any of your kind of?
We had that. We started the actual 3D printing of a base model. It didn't go well. We're still doing it again, so we're still like 3D printing the plates, but we haven't had an actual part to drift yet. We got so close once, but after then, we just didn't really have time to combine it with each other and then work on it again. That's why we need like the money to get the motivation back there.
Any other questions?